basically just trying to break his own record every time. There's no one that is competing with him.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where I watched it, but I couldn't watch it without looking away a few times. Like, you can't just watch it straight because it's so disgusting. It is like he's got hot dog bun debris all over his face. He looks like his tears are like, yeah, it's disgusting.
But here's in 2015, just so people know, Stoney put down, not Mike Stone, Matt Stoney put down 62 hot dogs in ending the 8-year winning streak of Joey Chestnut. 62.
Here's another question I have about this, though. Can you, like, when you age, do you get appreciably worse at this?
If you
like
is that quick twitch muscle still there?
Yeah, Joey Chestnut's 35 years old. It's like we're watching with Miggy, the decline.
Oh, do you not sign with a long-term contract at this point?
Well, is Chestnut ever going to suck at this, or is he just going to dominate this for the next 20 years? Well, is there any reason at the age of 45 he won't be as good as he is at 35?
Going back to when he won the first time in 2007, he put down 66 dogs. The next year, 59. Then he went 68, then 54. 62, 68, 69, 61. Then he lost. He did less than 62. And then he amps it up. Then he gets into the 70s. 70, 72, 74, 71. So he's on his game. He is in his hot dog eating prime right now.
When does the prime end? Because, you think about it. Are you going to be any worse of an eater at 45 as opposed to 35?
Are you ready to write him off?
I don't know when.
I can't write off a guy who just threw down 71 hot dogs.
Am I ready to write him off? I'm not ready to write him off. I am wondering how long this run's going to last. Does Joey Chestnut dominate in Nathan's until he's 70 years old?
No, Father Time is undefeated. It will catch up to him at some point, whether it's a decline, slow decline, or a quick decline.
That's one of my favorite cliches of all time. Right? Father Time is undefeated.
But it's true. It's
never lost.
Undefeated. I mean, listen, if he's at 60 years old dominating this competition, he's the greatest quote-unquote athlete of all time then, right? I mean, this cannot be. Everyone eventually has to bow out to someone younger.
Certainly he will. I'm not sure when we can expect it to happen in competitive eating.
No one thought anyone could beat Kobayashi.
I'm just going through some research here on the results over the years. I don't think Kobayashi's the answer. As much as I'd love to see him, the most hot dogs Kobayashi ever threw down was 64 and a half. And he lost to Chestnut when Chestnut matched it with 68. That was in 2009. Chestnut has only gotten better.
Yeah, 70s. We never thought we'd see it.
In the 70s.
I think the one thing you're right about is it's not like this current field of competitive eaters are ever going to beat him. Who will beat him is somebody who is up and coming, that is, right now is 12 and has all the makings of being an elite competitive eater by the time they're 19. I'm just throwing it out as an example. I feel like the current field of competitive eaters will never beat Joey Chestnut at this event. Consistently. I know Stoney did it once.
And the other thing is that it's a 10-minute competition now. It used to be a 12-minute competition. They shaved 2 minutes off there, and this guy is eating more hot dogs than ever in 10 minutes.
That's crazy.
He's a freak of nature.
He's doing better now than he was when it was 2 minutes longer?
Yes.
Is he like Tom Brady? Like, when does it end? You think it's got to end, but it doesn't end?
Here's the thing.
JC 12?
Is that the method?
I don't know.
I think we know that with Brady, it's going to end, and it's likely to end soon.
He just won a Super Bowl.
Sorry, I used the term soon again, but it's going to end soon here with Tom Brady. With Chestnut, I'm not sure that it ends soon.
Tom Brady's going to retire in 6 days.
Doug said soon. He's got a hunch.
Great. Harsh reporting.
Doug had a hunch earlier that Shane Green was going to be traded soon. And Kang and I had said, well, that's a little ambiguous. Can you nail it down a little bit?
What it meant was well before the trade deadline.
So we got nailed down to
this weekend.
Six days. We gave him 6 days.
6 days.
6 days.
I appreciate that. There's my window. Anyway, this guy's.
How do you know when somebody's in their eating prime?
I don't know. And how long does that prime last?
He's clearly in the prime right now.
He's in the prime, and I feel like the prime.
But he might be scaling the downside of the mountain though, because last year he did 74. This year was only 71.
And nobody was close either time, so we could be looking at Chestnut doing this for the next 20 years.
He could be Calvin Johnson. Still great, but not as great as he. walk. He could walk away.
I don't know, walking, how much walking he's doing. He's gonna keel over and just roll me out of the way.
How are those guys not just totally clogged with all types of cholesterol? Is it because it just goes through the system so quickly?
It's not healthy because
It can't be healthy.
He doesn't just show up to the hot dog eating competition. He does this stuff all year round.
He trains.
He eats.
Maybe that's what ends your prime is you just drop dead.
That's a happy thought.
But honestly,
Happy 4th of July weekend, everybody. I think what Kang wants to happen now that he's got the griddle, Kang wants to you want to be the griddle master.
You want to be the cook for the Nathan's hot
How
dog?
many hot dogs can you get in that thing? It's 57 burgers. What is it, like 100 hot dogs?
Dude, you got to buy a truck. At this point,
It's like 200, yeah.
you're so in on the griddle. You got to buy a truck so you can drive that thing around.
Oh, this is portable. This is down to
Oh, I know.
tailgating, kids' birthday parties,
Look,
bar mitzvahs.
Look here.
Oh, the station? Right out back?
Yeah.
I think we need to do a game this year with you in the middle with your griddle and an apron and a crown. I'll get to the other thing you didn't get a chance to talk about. We'll do that at 12:02. And something I saw, I've never heard of this in sports, but I have now. That coming up in 10 minutes, 97.1.
Jamie and Stoney, mornings.
Coming up Monday morning at 6:02, we'll recap the Tigers after the first half. And at 8:02, it's your chance to win Tiger tickets.
Jamie and Stoney, mornings, 6 to 10.
Are you trying to sell your home on your own and avoid paying those costly realtor fees? Folks, it's Mark Z, and I have a flexible commission plan that allows you to find the buyer while I still market your home. This will save you thousands of dollars. I'm not bragging, I'm applying for the job. Call me, Mark Z, today at 844 Sold by Z. Start packing.
Get the Z guarantee. Call Mark Z. Call 844 Sold by Z.
It's time to take a look at who's looking out for your money. Open your eyes to a credit union and get more from your money than you would from a mega bank. Michigan's credit unions offer fee-free ATMs and better checking accounts, mortgages, and auto loans. The more you use your credit union, the more you save. See the savings more than 5 million people in Michigan already see. Not already a member? Find a Michigan credit union near you at culinkmichigan.com. I'm going to tell you something personal. I take Metamucil, and it's so amazing it makes me want to tell strangers on the radio. Metamucil is made from psyllium fiber, a naturally sourced plant-based fiber that traps and removes the waste that weighs you down. I take it every day, and it helps me feel lighter and ready to take on the world. So if you feel sluggish, it might just be your digestive system not working like it could. So try it for yourself, and then tell everyone you know. Or not. Metamucil. Feel what lighter feels like.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
It's the 4th of July sale at Ace. Right now, buy one, get one 50% off on gallons of our top paint brands like Valspar, Clark & Kensington, and Magnolia Home Paint. And with our Ace Extra Mile promise, we'll help you get everything you need to paint in one trip or deliveries free. Don't miss the 4th of July sale at Ace. Buy one, get one 50% off our top paint brands. Now through Monday. Limit 2. Delivery subject to availability. Visit acehardware.com for details.
Join 97.1, the ticket for the 8th annual Pink Out the Park on Friday, July 19th, when the Detroit Tigers face the Toronto Blue Jays at Comerica Park. Be there early for the special pregame ceremony honoring breast cancer survivors. For tickets, visit tigers.com. WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. The radio.com sports station. Sports headlines. All day, every day. This is 97.1. The Ticket.
Left-hander Gregory Soto goes in search of his first win of the year tonight as the Tigers battle the Boston Red Sox in the opener of a 3-game weekend series at Comerica Park. Boston, which has lost 6 of its last 10, set to counter this evening with left-hander Eduardo Rodriguez, who's 8 wins so far this year, the most for Red Sox starting pitcher. First pitch at 7:10, right here on The Ticket. Alex Morgan, in talking to reporters earlier today at the World Cup in France, went on the offensive, saying she's completely stunned by the criticism she's been facing for her tea-sipping celebration after scoring a goal in Team USA's semifinal win back on Tuesday against England.
There is some sort of double standard in floor females in sports. You see men celebrating all around the world in big tournaments, grabbing their sacks or whatever it is. And when I look at sipping a cup of tea, I'm a little taken aback.
Morgan celebration, example A, why some have been calling Team USA arrogant at this year's World Cup. In a statement to reporters earlier today, FIFA President Gianni Infantino says he wants to expand the field at the Women's World Cup of Soccer from 24 to 32 teams, which could take place as early as 2023. In addition, Infantino says he wants to see the prize money for the Women's World Cup increased from $20 million to $40 million. Today could be the day that the biggest name on the NBA's free agent market, Kawhi Leonard, announces which team, the Toronto Raptors or the Los Angeles Lakers, he'll sign with this offseason. Most observers who have been watching this drama the last couple of weeks believe that Leonard eventually will end up staying in Toronto. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Tony Ortiz. For more, go to 971theticket.com.
Gosh, good luck with keeping yourself in
Peter Anderson.
Today is Friday.
On 97.1.
There is some sort of double standard in for females in sports. You see men celebrating all around the world in big tournaments, grabbing their sacks or whatever it is. And when I look at sipping a cup of tea, I'm a little taken aback.
Alex Morgan. Yep, she's a beauty.
I think she's wrong. By the way, I think men get plenty of criticism for stuff like that.
Not like this.
I don't think this is unique at all.
I think the amount of criticism she's getting is absolutely unique.
I agree.
Disagree.
Here's the thing. I think this is part of the backlash from the whole Team USA is arrogant in the first place. That storyline began at the start of the World Cup, and it just has been growing and growing as they've gone on.
And they fed into that with the way that they have acted.
Sipping a cup of tea is, it's not offensive.
It's not offensive.
No.
It's clearly mocking your opponent. And I don't think it's offensive, and you think about, who is it that, we just had somebody wipe their butt with a football, got plenty of criticism. This past NFL season, plenty of criticism.
Like this?
Yes.
No.
Yes. In
No.
fact, fined too.
Right, she got fined.
She's not going to get fined.
Of course she's not going to get fined, but we didn't talk about somebody pretending to pantomime wiping their butt with a football.
Yeah, we did.
Like we have this.
Well, this came up one day, and that came up one day.
If you think the same amount of...
I can't speak for everybody. The truth is, I should just speak for myself. To me, I've criticized men who've done it, and I'm criticizing her for mocking an opponent.
I'm saying she's getting more criticism than the men do.
And I think this is a little bit of much ado about nothing because she didn't wipe the soccer ball with her butt or anything like that. It's nowhere near that. She mimicked sipping a cup of tea. Okay.
I think it's arrogant, and I think it is a reason why the rest of the world hates us, and I get why they hate us. And I made the point the other day, when you mock an opponent, when you win and mock the opponent,
Right.
you piss people off.
Agreed.
And it takes the attention away from the team accomplishment and puts it more on the individual. And the example I can think of more than ever locally was when Mike Hart called Michigan State little brother and pissed off half the state. And it didn't do anything but take the attention away from the team accomplishment and put it on the individual.
I agree.
And I think this is a similar thing. It's not offensive, but it's mocking an opponent, and it definitely pisses people off. And I'm never a fan of turning it into about you and not the team.
Well, there was a good portion of the country already that didn't like Team USA based on the comments of Megan Rapinoe. And her saying she was going
You just wanted to work Megan Rapinoe's name in there. Come on, man.
But no, I'm serious. There was a segment of the country that was already against Team USA simply because of her comments about not going to the White House. And this just follows it up even more.
Well, I think that they're taking all the attention they can get.
Yeah.
And we just mentioned that their social media accounts are up over 1,000%.
Wasn't she getting scalded because of what the Brits said prior to the game anyway?
Yes.
So
What
it's
do
a
you mean?
reaction to that. What
Well,
the-
they were mad because the USA had sent somebody over to their hotel, which was considered one of two things. Either A, they were spying, or B, apparently that was the hotel Team USA would move to if they beat England.
Right.
And the English were like, you're going to beat us, huh? So you're already over scouting out the hotel. But, all right, Gator, you didn't get a chance to talk about this yesterday, and I said we'd get to it, so I want to follow through on that because we got a lot of catching up to do. The death of Jared Lorenzen, the hefty lefty, who at one point ballooned up close to 500 pounds, had, I think, kidney failure, had some heart disease, and passed away, I believe it was Wednesday afternoon. He became a bit of a cult hero because when he played quarterback in Kentucky, he stood 6'5", weighed 280 pounds. It was very unique, his skill set for a big fellow, and probably is near the top of any list of athletes that didn't look like athletes. I mean, he looked like an athlete, but
He just didn't look like a quarterback.
He didn't look like a quarterback. He looked like an offensive lineman.
Until you saw him throw a football. Until you saw him move. He actually could move a little bit. I mean, it wasn't fast.
For a guy his size, he was.
Well, but nobody cares about how big you are. It's just how could he move or not. And he was one. I mean, was one of my heroes for a short time because being a big guy and always liked to throw the football around. I loved that he was breaking the ceiling there. And he was going to get an opportunity and try to bring that to the NFL. Unfortunately for him, he couldn't control it. That control his weight. And he played in the NFL for a few years. Actually won the Super Bowl with the Giants in 2007. And Eli Manning had some nice things to say about him. He competed against him in college and then played with him with the Giants. And, talk about what a great teammate he was. But that's a sad story because he could never get a handle on it. And didn't he go to the Arena League or something? And the photographs you see of his days in the arena are not flattering at all. And to know that he just let everything get away from him. And for a while, it looked like he was trying to find some way to get back and back into shape. And he was working with trainers and all this, and it just obviously didn't work out for him. But yeah, it's sad.
I put together a list of one player from each Detroit team in Michigan and Michigan State that fit the mold of the best athletes that didn't look like athletes. And I'll give you an example. When you took the pads off and saw Dominic Hasek and how thin and skinny he was, hard to believe that he was so good. But
One of the greatest goaltenders ever played the game.
Yep. But when the pads off, you look at him and you go, waif.
He's like 165 pounds.
I struggle with a lion. And I can't, the only name I'm not even sure he was the guy, and I Google searched and I'm like, I don't think he was the guy. And you're gonna laugh, but Scott Anderson, the wide receiver.
Scotty Anderson.
Wasn't he ridiculously skinny?
He was thin.
Yeah.
I just tell you, I remember doing a commercial with Golden Tate a couple years ago. He came in the studio and I'm like, this guy's an NFL player. I'd seen him in the locker room before, but seeing him in street clothes, just hanging out, really nice guy, but just tiny. I'm like, this guy is making a living, and he's the best in the game at what he does in terms of yards after the catch. Tiny. Barry Sanders was another guy, except Barry Sanders had these giant legs. You couldn't ignore him. Like, good God, look at the thighs of this guy. Like, you knew.
Somebody called up the show and said Sean Casey, and I looked at a video of Sean Casey running full speed. Uncomfortable to watch, like really odd. The Tiger, they said, was Gerald Laird. The Piston, I said, was Bill Laimbeer, but somebody had suggested Oliver Miller.
Big O.
Yep. I remember thinking of Teen Cleaves. I didn't think he was going to be athletic enough, but he was. Boy, was he ever. And Robert Trailer from Michigan.
Trailer was a big guy.
Anyway, the sad story of Jared Lorenzen was a bit of a cult hero. All right, we've run out of time. Never seen this in sports before. We'll get to that at 12:20. 97.1 The Ticket.
Berkeley has become a real popular place to hang out. One of the reasons why is Patrick Jay's Irish Pub. And Patrick Jay's is a great place to meet with your friends and enjoy awesome awesome food and drink specials. They hosted a wedding last Saturday, and it turned out great. So if you've got a wedding or another major event that you need to book, call Patrick Chase. It's a great place. Let them do all the work, and you can rest easy. Plus, they can also bring all that great food over to your event. Here, there, wherever it is, let them do the work. You enjoy your guests and have a great time. Live entertainment on Saturday night with A Fifth for Kristen. That's at 8 o'clock. Food special this week is the Atomic Burger. You like it spicy? Well, then this burger is for you, my friends. They've got trivia 3 nights a week on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, what Metro Times calls the best trivia bar in Metro Detroit. Sunday, best brunch in town, bottoms, mimosas. It's awesome. The food specials there are fantastic. Be sure to check out all the great new drink specials they have on the website. You can like them on Facebook, follow them on Twitter and Instagram as well. Visit PatrickJ'sIrishPub.com for all the daily specials and happenings. And come to Patrick J's in Berkeley for great food, great service, and always free parking around back. Because any day of the week is a great day to go to Patrick J's on 12 Mile in Berkeley.
Whether it's a job interview or a first date, Lady Jane's in Washington Township will make sure you look great for whatever is on your plate. Get a precision haircut, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment for just $14. Lady Jane's on Van Dyke, just off the 26th mile across from Target. It's wicked awesome.
Hey Detroit, it's Draymond Green, professional basketball player and 3-time champion. And I just opened the first Blink Fitness in Michigan. At Blink, we believe exercise isn't just about how it makes you look. It's also about how it makes you feel. And with memberships as low as $15 a month, it's definitely the gym for everybody. Come by and see us in Warren at the Hoover 11 Shopping Center.
Visit blinkfitness.com for more information. That's blinkfitness.com.
Some things in life you can just rely on, like the faithful friend who always comes when you call, the paper boy who never misses a day, and the tried and true performance of a new Rude home AC system. So here's to reliability, built into everything we do. Rely on Rude.
Plus, your local Rude dealer services all makes and models. To find your local dealer, go to rude.com. That's RUUD.com.
There are many reasons to grab 2 bottles of Ice Mountain brand 100% natural spring water. You'll want to have one for when it's hot out, and another for when it's so hot you start missing your snow shovel. Or maybe you'll want one when you're enjoying a brisk hike, and another when you realize that 5-mile trail is one way, and not a loop like that guy at the trailhead told you. Whatever your reason, hydration favors the prepared. So go on, prepare yourself with Ice Mountain brand 100% natural spring water. Grab 2 bottles at your local Speedway today.
Did you know there are over 1,000 podcasts on radio.com? Download the app or head to radio.com to listen to all your favorite national and local podcasts, including your favorite morning shows and radio shows on demand. At the top of the app homepage, click the podcast icon to discover new shows, subscribe, and manage your podcast subscriptions. Go to your app store or radio.com/download for all your podcast listening. Radio.com.
Your voice be heard. Call the Las Vegas 97.1 The Ticket studio line at 248-539-9797. The Las Vegas, home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
The Detroit Tigers host the Boston Red Sox. Pre-game tonight at 6:45 on 97.1 The Ticket.
Tomic. He lost in the first round at Wimbledon, 6-2, 6-1, 6-4, in 58 minutes. The second shortest men's single match since they kept record of time of all. Since they've been keeping track of how long matches have left, this is the second shortest of all time.
Wow, and he actually won some games there too.
Yep.
You could think that somebody's won 6-love. Fast.
He's ranked number 96 in the world. He lost the first set in 18 minutes. He lost the second set in 17 minutes. The entire match, he won 47 points. Wimbledon officials penalized